It's the day after Thanksgiving. The Warnicki family is enjoying their cabin in Island Park, Idaho.
My mom and I are up at the cabin just watching TV because it was really cold out.
Mary Ann's father, Ron, decides to go outside for a little fun in the snow.
This particular year, there was enough snow at Thanksgiving that we could actually snowmobile. So my son and I, we were going out for the afternoon ride, and we went down the road down towards the water. And that's when we saw the moose in the water, and the calf was out on the ice circling her.
Ron tells his family to call the local sheriff and Fish and Game.
The deputy wouldn't let us do anything until the Fish and Game had got there.
They are also given even more upsetting news.
The Fish and Game said that they'd probably end up shooting the mom and the calf because they didn't think they would be able to get her out.
That's kind of when we said, no, we're not going to let that happen. We're going to get this moose out somehow.
After 90 long minutes, Fish and Game finally arrives. Amazingly, the moose is still alive, but she's showing signs of serious exhaustion. Once officials confirm the ice is safe enough for them, the calf is ushered away for her own safety.
When we hazed her away, she didn't want to leave her mom, and they touched noses like she was saying goodbye. And then she wandered up onto the hillside and stood up there and watched us as we tried to get her mom out. One of the Fish and Game officers actually held on to her head and was talking to her, trying to encourage her to hang on and stay with us.
And that was amazing that you could hold the moose in your hands.
It was like she knew we were there to help.
The family captures each agonizing moment on camera as officials realize there is no way to pull the animal out. And ironically, the surrounding ice was too thick to break to lead her to shore.
But that gave me the idea that, well, if we can't break it, let's cut it. Fortunately, my chainsaw was up at the cabin in the garage.
They're afraid the chainsaw noise will spook the moose, but they have no choice. They must cut her out. Ron makes a plan to cut a pathway to shore. But then they can't lift the chunks because they're too heavy. They decide to push them under the frozen water to clear the way. The clock is ticking.
By the time that you hear my voice on the video, I'm pretty upset because you don't know if she's going to make it.
Come on. Come on.
With what seems like her last ounce of energy, the moose makes a jump and launches herself partway onto the ice.
Get up. Come on. Good job. Yay. Oh. One more leg. One more foot. One more foot.
She is so exhausted, she can barely get her last leg out.
Come on. Yeah. Come on, baby. There she goes. Yay. Come on, baby. Oh, wow. Don't run. Okay, just be still.
The satisfaction of just helping. She was in a situation that didn't look like it was going to end well, and just being part of a group of people that, worked together to get her out, save a life.
Good job, Ben.
It was quite rewarding.
Slowly, she makes her way up and goes looking for her baby.
When the moose came out and it shook its ears, you could hear the ice on its ears because it had been in there for so long, and it struggled a little bit getting through the powder and over the road. And then it went off and bedded down and met with the baby again because you could see their